Alright, we'll begin the interview now on sustainable clothing and sustainable fashion. This interview will be conducted by me, Joe Dever, and the interviewee is Sam Johnson, my roommate.
That's me. Mic check, 1, 2.
So to start off, the first question I'll ask you, Sam, is how often do you buy new clothes?
I would say I buy new clothes maybe once a year, and I don't usually buy that many of them, but I would say since I've stopped growing, I really don't buy clothes that often. I would say I buy clothes, I don't know. It's not really it's more like whenever I need new clothes. Whenever I don't have enough clothes in my wardrobe, that's when I'll buy new clothes. Or if something is ripped or torn or it needs to be replaced.
Okay.
Not sure how often.
Going along those lines, which items would you say are most popularly purchased that you run out of, I guess, the fastest?
So for me, I go through socks and probably underwear the quickest.
Makes sense.
Those, like socks rip. I do a lot of sports. Underwear gets dirty. And then other clothes, I'd say probably shorts is probably the next up. And then t-shirts. A lot of t-shirts.
Nice. Alright, so when you're gonna purchase new clothes, where do you look first?
So if I'm going to buy new clothes, if I'm going out with the objective in mind that I'm purchasing new clothes, like I'm going to a thrift store. Like I'm not. Maybe I'll go to like TJ Maxx or like Marshalls if there's no thrift store in the area, but like for the most part, it's like step one, see if there's a thrift store. Go to the thrift store, see if they have what I need, what I'm looking for. If not, then maybe go to another like TJ Maxx type deal store.
Okay. How long do you typically use a piece of clothing for? For example, I guess to start, a t-shirt.
So it's all depends on how long the t-shirt lasts. I would say I use t-shirts it's as long as I possibly can. You know what I mean? Like I have shirts that I've had for 4 to 5 years. I've had shirts that I've had for 2 years. I've had shirts for 1 year. It's whether it's how quickly I lose the shirt. It's how quickly the shirt becomes like too many holes or too many stains. But then I'll throw it out or donate it.
Okay, would you say like pants, sweatshirts, maybe a little...
They last longer definitely.
into
Yeah.
the-
Sweatshirts and pants like much longer, yeah. T-shirts, like I don't know, I like soft t-shirts which are normally thinner. They get holes in them quicker. They wear out a little quicker.
As something like we were talking about earlier, like a pair of socks or underwear, like what is a typical lifespan
Of
in your
those,
closet
yeah.
for those?
I mean, like I said, like I use my clothes hard. Like I play sports, I work out, I sweat into them, so socks and underwear get sweaty quickly, they get stained, they get nasty, and I'd say a typical life for socks and underwear is maybe a year,
Yeah,
maybe a little under.
that's good. Alright. So what do you do with your old clothes after you're done with them?
I mean, it really depends on the condition. Ideally, I give my clothes to a Goodwill or donate them to a thrift store, sell them to a thrift store. But like I said, I wear my clothes hard. I wear them for a long time, so eventually, like sometimes there's shirts that are just really ripped up and like it's really not feasible to donate them, so I just have to throw them out. Or I mean, honestly, I use them for like rags too. If like an old shirt's really ripped up, maybe I'll cut it up into like a t-shirt, make it into a headband, make it into like for sweat, like a little sweat headband, or use it as like a little dish towel for a little while.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, thrift shops definitely like Goodwill, donate your clothes. That's what you want to be doing here.
Yeah. Alright, next question. Have you ever researched a website or clothing brand before purchasing a product to ensure they practice sustainability during a production process?
Yeah, so this is something I started doing recently. Actually, I didn't do this too much in high school. But once I got to college and like I was shopping through for like my new wardrobe for college or whatever, I actually did do this, and I shop at thrift stores most of the time, so It's not often that I'm doing research into companies, but I was buying shoes earlier this year, and I did a ton of research into what shoes would be the best sustainably to buy. So, yeah, I'd say that's a new thing for me, but it's definitely like something that I enjoy doing, and I think would help a lot of people.
Okay, okay. So this is an option that would be made like somehow more available and like more open, like there was a program or an app, like that would be something
Yeah, I mean, if there was an app that could like quickly tell me, because I feel like that's something where I see a lot of stuff on I get a lot of ads for clothes on Instagram, and there's some pretty cool clothes, some pretty cool graphics, and I see they're cheap, but when I see a cheap piece of clothing that like has a really cool graphic, I immediately think sweatshop, and like if there was an easy way where I could plug that link into an app and it would just tell me, that'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty awesome. Something along those lines, that'd be pretty cool. I would buy that app. I would have that app.
that